Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are reviewing 4Gate, the Kelvin collaboration 3.
This is like the 17th time we tried this, so I'm happy this actually worked out this time.
It's all good.
All right, so for everybody who doesn't know, 4Gate, they actually make a bunch of really high-end, really nice finished whiskeys. Some rye, some burr ryes. We haven't talked a lot about it on this channel, not because we don't like it. We just honestly just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
But
it's like Four Roses. We don't talk a lot about it.
Yeah, we try. But this is their newest, the Kelvin, whatever. I almost wanted to say what you...
I have been thinking about Kelvin Sampson.
Yeah.
It's not Kelvin Sampson. This is not the University of Houston doing anything.
So anyways, they release one of these once a year. This is the 4th one that they've released. This one has a blend of 6 to 7 year old Kentucky straight bourbon, 9-year-old Indiana straight bourbon, and 8-year-old Indiana rye.
Yep.
So a bunch of MGP, and then wherever the Kentucky came from. I think you can dig around and find the actual mash bills.
Yeah. And then it's finished in an Australian tawny port barrel and a Barbadian dark rum cask. So
I'm excited about the rum. I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm excited about the rum. I've had some really, I'll say it's about 48. I like the majority of 48. I've had a couple that I'm not the absolute biggest fans of, but they have had some monster killer bottles out there. So,
and they like, I'm not generally a rum cask finished kind of guy. I don't. That's not generally my jam. I usually like a sherry cask finish, but that's just me.
And I am in general not a big finish person. Like in that sense,
that is
like,
true.
And I really like 4Gate, so I'm excited about this.
Yeah, should be good.
Oh, by the way, MSRP I think is like around 200. I got this from Kroger for 186.
Yeah. So if you want it, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah, and they're not everywhere. But I will say, even though they're not everywhere, I think you can get them on Sealbach and maybe somewhere else online. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you can kind of get shipped at least to you, which is nice.
Yeah.
Definitely smell a lot more of the fruit.
I think that's what I was gonna say. I mean, I can smell the rye in there as well, but I think my nose is just sensitive to that.
It's like a peppery chocolate strawberry.
I can agree with that.
There's also a pineapple note in there, but it's not like a...
He crazy. I don't smell pineapple.
No, there's pineapple note. Okay. If you ever done a shish kebab, like with like, you know, like,
like
whatever, Italian sausage
chicken,
or whatever,
mushrooms.
chicken or whatever, and you grilled it, it's like one of those pineapples right there. Just like pineapple chunk that's been grilled. Now that's a note.
That is a note.
Yeah.
All right.
That rye really pops on the palate. And that rum finish.
Yeah. I really taste like a dark cherry. That's what that's the thing that really hits me. Maybe the plum, maybe a plum in there. But off of the nose, I expected it to be a little more peppery than it is.
Yeah.
It's actually way sweeter than I anticipated it to be.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of like raisin and plum and citrus notes to this. And they're very juicy. Like it's all very juicy in there.
I'm going to be honest, man. I like this.
I'm digging this a lot.
I dig this a whole lot.
And this, I just opened this maybe an hour or two before Dave got over here. So this hasn't been aired out or open very long or whatever. And sometimes, like, you know, regardless of how you feel about stuff being aired out or whatever, I always feel like some stuff that's been finished, it does it a little good to be sitting for a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's my experience.
I
know everybody's palate's different and all that stuff.
I agree with that.
No, it's...
No, man, I like
that
this.
finish is really nice, too. It's... it coats really well. It lingers.
There's just enough rye spice in it for me that it doesn't overwhelm it. I think to take the other tastes away from it.
I agree. Well, in like the rye, like I feel like the rye is a little bit more on the nose, not as much on the palate. Where the rum part of this is not as much on the nose, but more on the palate.
Yes.
And then they balance really well in the finish. Like I think it's really good.
Yeah, I like this a lot. And it's a really good proof. I like that proof.
Yeah, at 111
Yeah.
proof, that's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
And it's not funky. Like, some people, like whenever you start having finished stuff, some of that stuff can be a little funky.
Yeah.
It's not funky at all. It's very...
No,
There's some nice fruit on there. There's that rye spice that's on there. There's some like darker like spice notes on that. Man, it's just really nice.
I think I expected more of a finished taste than there's actually there.
I agree.
I think it just drinks like a really good bourbon.
Well, and let me give them some props on something. Like, I think you can overfinish stuff really easy when it comes to whiskey.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually hard to get it just right. And this one, to me, it's like just right. It's finished, but it's not overpowering.
No.
Which is really, really nice.
And the rum is. I think I worried because it was in a. That last finish was in a rum cask.
Mm-hmm.
I worried that rum was going to be overpowering in it.
Yeah,
and it's just not.
Like, a little bit too much of that sugar coming out to
it's
that
there,
sweetness.
But it's not too much. I like this bottle a lot.
Yeah, this is.
Listen, I might have to take this home.
Yeah.
He's not going to let me take it home, but he might.
Yeah.
You never can tell.
Probably.
So what is this for you? I mean, obviously you bought it.
Okay,
but
so
you bought it so that we could try it.
I am a fan of Forgate. I understand they are pricey, but they are a premium product. Like, they are meant to be a premium product. And these bottles are not, in my opinion, honestly, I don't know if they're meant to be drank every day.
Yeah.
But they are, it's like...
I'd like to revisit this in about 6 months and drink it again.
You know where I'd like to? I will say, this is going to kind of hurt me on my argument here. I'd like to drink this like on a nice warm summer evening, because I feel like this is a really nice warm summer evening. But that spice, though, on that, like some of that darker spice notes I'm talking about.
I love this finish.
I'm just sitting here a little bit more.
I'm just sitting here, just like enjoying the burn that is taking place, because there's still like, and you just taste the sweetness in it. You taste a little bit of that spice. Man, it's just like, it's almost like a perfect bourbon, man.
I'm just saying right now, and it's early, this will be somewhere in our top bourbons of the year, or top bottles, whiskeys of the year argument, I think.
Yeah.
From what I'm drinking right now, like, I really do. Like,
100% agree with that.
I think it's really freaking good. I would tell you to buy it. I know it's not cheap. I get all of that. But if you're going to go out and get a higher end bourbon or whiskey or whatever, if you're looking to go out and get something, go out and get this. Even if you're not a finish kind of person, I highly recommend it. Even if you are, and if you're especially looking for a finished product, definitely get this. Yeah. It also looks really nice. I do like the packaging for it.
I've always liked Forgate. I think what they do with their bottles, I think is very attractive.
Yeah, I'd agree.
If you can't afford it, I would say find a bar that has it, and I'm not sure where those are, but there's some bars that have it. Around. It is definitely worth the taste.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure.
I would agree.
Yeah,
totally.
All right. Well, till the next time, we'll see you.
See you.